good morning, afternoon, or evening to anyone who's watching this. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Sporting my Madness t-shirt. Love a bit of madness. Who doesn't love madness? So what we're going to do is my very first reaction video to something. Now, one thing people might not know about me is that I'm a huge fan of wrestling, WWE specifically, but I do like a bit of TNA from time to time. And my friends, wrestling friends, kind of badger me to watch Ring of Honor from time to time, which I do, most of the old stuff, but sometimes I watch the modern product, maybe mostly WWE. One YouTube channel that every WWE fan should be subscribed to is What Culture Wrestling. They're a really funny bunch of intelligent wrestling fans that post a lot of videos from time to time. That doesn't make any sense. A lot of videos from time to time. That makes no sense. They post a lot of videos onto their YouTube channel, varying from their own kayfabe kind of things, Adam versus Adam. And the things I love the most that they put up on their YouTube channel are when they do 10 things WWE wants you to forget, 10 bloodiest matches, 10 this, that, the other. And one got put up today as 10 things WWE wants you to forget about Brock Lesnar. One thing about me as a wrestling fan, hang on, I actually have something to show you. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. I am a massive Brock Lesnar guy. And that's not just because I'm a big, massive guy. Yeah. Anyway, back to business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a reaction video to me watching this. Because normally these are pretty funny. It might be entertaining, or it might be I don't know. Volumes up. Let's do this.
Brock Lesnar is what happens after Kurt Von Trapp grew up, ate the rest of the Von Trapp family, and started wrestling bears. He's a freak of genetics and the love child of a white rhinoceros and the concept of punching. He also founded his own city, Suplex City, which is a rough neighborhood. The national animal of Suplex City is an elephant being thrown through the side of a mountain, and its national anthem is a scream. To survive Brock Lesnar, it's best to know what not to mention to his face. Here's a couple of those. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 things WWE want you to forget about Brock Lesnar. Number 10, he kissed Kurt Angle. There's nothing wrong with being kissed by a dude. Unless you don't want to be kissed by a dude, then don't be kissed by dudes, I guess. That seems fair enough. Now, I don't think Kurt Angle wanted to be kissed by Brock Lesnar here. So this happened after an episode of SmackDown in the summer of 2003, and it happened after the episode went off the air. Kurt and Brock were engaged in the most alpha feud of all time, and it was brilliant. And you know when alpha superstars get really angry and close to each other and the most furious kiss? Well, Brock Lesnar does nothing by halves and utterly outbros Kurt using only his lips. Maybe this is how his feud with The Undertaker will end. It might not, but all I'm saying is, it probably will. Number 9, he broke Bob Holly's neck. Now, in an earlier video, I mentioned this and implied, if not outright stated, that Lesnar, after a botched attempt at a powerbomb, dropped Holly on his neck on purpose for sandbagging him. Now, while that still could be true, Holly hated rookies and Lesnar hates people, Bob Holly himself came out to say that it wasn't. It was an accident, pure and simple, that Lesnar called him all the time while he was in hospital, and that logically, Holly had nothing to gain from sandbagging the young star because powerbombs are goddamn dangerous, and he had by far the most to lose. So, fair enough, we redact what we said. However, considering that Lesnar is working with some of the most valuable stars in the business these days, it's probably best for everyone to try and forget how badly people can get hurt while he's around. Number 8, his last match with Kurt Angle wasn't for WWE. Now, they seem to be building up Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker as the rivalry to end all rivalries, with rumours of WWE planning a trilogy of matches, Undertaker going over at SummerSlam, then Brock and Taker at WrestleMania 32 in a retirement match. Now, that excites some and bores others, but regardless of what you think of a boulder fighting a grandpa 2 more times, there's one thing that's certain: it won't be Brock's best rivalry, not even close. The planets will have to align for that to happen, because Lesnar versus Kurt Kiss Kiss Angle was so damn wonderful. The 2 men wrestled classics at WrestleMania 19.
It was the first big rivalry I really got into as a kid.
The best match in SmackDown history, a 60-minute Iron Man.
And that's an incredible match.
But despite WWE being the home of their rivalry, their most recent match was for New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2007. Lesnar tapping clean to the ankle lock, which is probably another reason why WWE would like people to not mention it. Number 7, he's married to Sable. Brock and Rena Lesnar, aka Sable, married in 2006. They're still happy together.
It's a weird one, this one.
2 children, one of which is called Duke.
He like broke
Lesnar,
into
which
her
sounds
house.
like someone Arnie would have played in the 80s. Both people have sued the WWE in the past, yet both have worked for the company since then. So that begs the question, Why doesn't WWE ever mention their marriage? When Brock fought in UFC, they showed Sable all the time, spurring him on from the crowd and congratulating him on his victories, but not so WWE. Even New Japan Pro Wrestling showed them together when he wrestled for them, so what's the WWE's beef? Are they trying to protect their horny fans from the idea that women age? Answer in the comments, folks. Number 6, his NFL career. Evidently, Brock loved the Minnesota Vikings. I've never seen eye to eye with them personally, but that's a private matter. They know what they did. At the height of his career, Brock decided to walk away, combining his hatred of traveling for the WWE with his love of his home team and dedicating himself to an NFL career. He was going to be a defensive tackle for the Vikings. Now, Brock Lesnar is unfathomably big and strong. He once punched a tree so hard it turned into a book and the pages were just filled with screams. However, Brock's chances were poor from the start. After all, he didn't play collegiate football. Almost everyone in the NFL did. You see, Brock was too busy with the whole wrestling thing. Turns out being a good athlete in one sport doesn't automatically make him the right fit for another. And despite playing a few preseason games, never came close to making the team. Ouch. Number 5, his UFC losses. As loath as WWE normally are to mention their athletes' accomplishments elsewhere, what do you mean Sting was in TNA? Shut your filthy mouth. They did in fact big up Lesnar's UFC career a huge amount. The story that WWE likes to tell is Brock Lesnar walked into UFC, beat Randy Couture, and then that was that forever.
Yeah.
In fact, his record is only 4 wins to 3 losses. His first match was against Frank Mir, which he lost in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Frank Mir.
After his initial loss by submission, he went on to win 4 consecutive bouts, defeating Heath Herring, then Randy Couture for the UFC Championship, which he defended against Frank Mir, then Shane Fowler. However, Brock's UFC career did not end in grand style, suffering back-to-back TKO defeats against Cain Velasquez in 2010 and Alistair Overeem in 2011, only 4 months before he was back in WWE. Despite losses bookending his UFC career, Paul Heyman paints him as an unbeatable destroyer, and that's how it's going to stay. Number 4.
Maybe this like a spoof because Brock called him Frank Mir once, maybe.
Volcano than Brock Lesnar, but it happened. In January 2001, Lesnar was arrested in Kentucky whilst training with the WWE after Louisville detectives intercepted a parcel which they claimed were filled with steroid pills. If the charges had stuck, we would likely never have seen Brock Lesnar at all on WWE TV, but he was exonerated and all charges were dropped when the pills were revealed to be some kind of vitamin, according to his lawyer. When the police officers realised their mistake, they were, quote, very apologetic. Yes, I imagine they were.
Yeah.
For a bit at least, until Brock Lesnar ate them and then punched their police station until it died. Number 3, he pushed that Gowan down some stairs.
Oh, I remember
Brock
this.
Lesnar beat up one leg.
Brock Lesnar.
One leg man.
This was bad.
Brock brick, one leg man, one
God.
leg. Why you do this, Brock? One leg man is now sit down.
What's he
man.
doing?
Brock Lesnar fight sit down man with stairs.
Oh, this was bad.
Brock Lesnar victory. Bad Brock. Number 2, that WrestleMania match.
Goldberg.
WrestleMania 20 and the match that everyone wanted until
this
it
was
given
such
to
a match.
Booze forever. When Goldberg came to the company, fans were like, yes, but when's he fighting Brock Lesnar? Well, WrestleMania was when. Unfortunately, news broke that the match would be the last in WWE for not one, but both men, with Goldberg not renewing his contract and Lesnar jumping ship for NFL. The fans felt betrayed and destroyed the match, raining boos on both men along with boring and you sold out chants. Either not knowing what to do or not caring, both men performed terribly, refusing to lock up the whole minutes, which made the fan reaction worse. It's a slow-motion train wreck, one that neither wrestler will be showcasing on their CV. Number 1, his lawsuit against
I don't know much about
WWE.
this.
Anyone who's
They don't really talk about
Vince,
it.
And Brock was no exception. When he left to do football, which is a rubbish fake sport, troll, in order to get out of his 7-year WWE contract, he signed a no-compete clause. When NFL failed, as it should because it's a rubbish fake sport, Brock sued the WWE in 2005 over the no-compete stipulation because he needed a job and he wasn't going to make it as an accountant. In 2006, they came to terms and he started wrestling in Japan before moving to MMA and finally back to Vince. Circle of life, sunrise, sunset. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and you can even follow me on Twitter. Here, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com and I'll see you soon.
That's quite good. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video. Just trying out different things. The channel is still exceptionally new. I think at the time of recording I'm on 12 subscribers. Thanks to all 12 of you. Stick around. It's going to be fun. And the F1 season starts next week, so yeah, make sure you stick around for that. I'll be posting some videos about the new F1 season. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.